Alright, for hatching, you are doing small lines that are going all in the same direction. So for the darkest area, you are going to fill in with short little strokes that are going the same direction. You can use pen or pencil, and you can see here that as I'm filling these in, you can definitely see the chunks that are being created by the short marks. As you move along further, then you'll kind of go back over those sections to smooth that out so it's not so choppy. You'll notice right now it's not quite as dark, but when you go over and fill in over those sections to kind of camouflage that, it becomes darker. The closer you put your lines together, the darker the value is going to be. It does take a little bit of time, but stay nice and neat. This is a method that you can use for shading that will also help create texture. Once you have your area filled in, then you're going to want to go and check to make sure that you are matching your value sources. And when you go to your next one, you'll just put the lines a little bit further apart. Remember to start a little bit lighter than you think you're going to need, because when you go back with the second layer to smooth things out, it will make it darker. You can always add more lines to make it darker, but it becomes very difficult to take lines out to make it lighter. So it's always better to start a little bit lighter than you think you're going to need, and then just add more lines should you need to make the area darker. So as you can see here, there is not a ton of difference between my two boxes. So I'm going to go add a few more lines back into my darker area to make that darker, so there is a clear step between the two. From there, you're going to repeat the process in all of your boxes. Next one, it's going to be just a little bit further apart. I'm going to speed this up so you can see the completion of the rest. So as you come into the letter areas, you'll see the lines are much further apart. Always go back and check and make sure that each one is a step difference in value. And if you need to go back in to adjust and add lines, like I said, you can always add more lines to make it darker. And then check to make sure that the next one is a shade in between the other two boxes. So now those are separate, but now those two are too close, so I'm going to add more into my dark gray value. Which then you'll see it's still a little bit close between the darkest black and the dark gray. So I'm going to go add a few more lines into that black value area to make that the darkest area. And now I've got clear value changes.